Pam Bondi is exactly what I was saying in the last segment that we should all fear, because she's competent. We may not agree with her ideologically, but she actually knows how to do this job.
This is what I'm saying. That either Donald Trump has, for lack of better terms, trumped them so much with this pick that they cannot refute her success and her career patterns, or there's something shady here. I didn't get to talk about this yesterday, but I want to talk about Matt Gaetz' withdrawal as Attorney General nominee. I would love to hear what Matt Gaetz has to say about this, because in a way it's perplexing to me to a certain degree, because I think if it's criticism, who cares about criticism? Let Matt Gaetz do his thing. If it is in fact about whether or not the Senate will confirm him, which means that he have to go to Capitol Hill, talk to the senators, and see if they're willing to confirm him or not, because they may not even confirm him, right? And then therefore it's a lost cause if he's pursuing it and the Republicans are saying, we're not going to vote for you. So maybe in the spirit of him evaluating whether or not he can actually get across the finish line without causing too much of a distraction to Donald Trump getting his team in, he may have taken the humble position to say, I'm going to bow out of this and allow Donald Trump to pick somebody that will pass confirmation easily. Now, there could be a strategy here. I don't know, Dylan, did you tell me this yesterday? Somebody told me this yesterday. There could be a strategy here. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. If you're listening to me right now, hit that button. Tick, 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 hit the like button. There could be a strategy here because Marco Rubio, it was Nick, who was a senator, is now the Secretary of State. Somebody has to fill his position. And so when a Republican leaves office for either a promotion or they retire mid-term, then for the remaining of their term, the governor will appoint the person to fill their seat. So Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will have to support somebody or will have to appoint somebody to replace Marco Rubio. And he can appoint whoever he want to appoint. There could be a case where Matt Gaetz, given his sacrifice of putting his name out there, will be rewarded with a Senate seat. He's younger. He has a bright future. He can become a senator. And then obviously there needs to be a replacement for his seat. Generally speaking, you would think a person would never resign without being confirmed first. So I don't know how that works. I don't know if his resignation is contingent upon appointment. I don't know how they do that. But I know that there could be a strategy that was put forth. Now, Donald Trump's Attorney General pick, Pam Bondi, she was a Florida. Here's her resume. I'll just give her background real quick, just in case some of y'all don't know. So she served as Florida's first female Attorney General, focuses on issues such as human trafficking, opioid abuse, and personal data privacy. Trump's administration role is what she served in Trump's administration previously. She was part of Trump's defense team during the first impeachment trial in 2020 and led the legal arm of the Trump Aligned America First Policy Institute by 2024. So she's definitely a Trump girl. Lobbying and legal practice. Post her tenure as Attorney General, Bondi joined Bollier, I think I'm saying that right, Partners, a lobbying firm where she chaired the corporate regulatory compliance practice, advising Fortune 500 companies about public policy challenges. Hey, I want you guys to check out ground.news. Check out ground.news. If you watch me for any period of time, you will know that I absolutely love ground.news, and I think it's the best way to get a balanced perspective when you're looking at the news media. One reason that I say that is because, as you see, Trump announced Pam Bondi as his Attorney General, replacing Matt Gaetz, but look at how they're framing it. If you were an independent, impartial person and you said, okay, what is this pick all about? And you go look at the stuff on the left, what's the first thing you're going to see? Them talk about gay marriage. If you go down and you just look at it, was a bad Attorney General pick, get a load of Pam Bondi, saying that she's already bad without them giving her a chance. Anti-gay hypocrisy. And then you go look at the conservative side. Obviously, we all know that they're celebrating Pam Bondi. They're saying that she's good, conservative fire, loyalist to Trump, that she will put America first, all of these things. But if you're not paying attention on a site like ground.news, then you won't know the lies that are being pushed upon you. One thing I don't want you to forget about is the blind spot. So don't get blind spotted and have these news articles that are coming out that you have not been paying attention to. The right paying attention to certain things. This specific example is Attorney General wants the U.S. Supreme Court to say Mississippi's felony voting ban is cruel and unusual. That's something that the Republicans have not even written about and are not talking about. That could be something to look into. And also on the left, 53% approve of Trump's plan. It's the Pew survey says. And that's something that a lot of leftists don't understand and are not talking about it, but it's talked about on the right. So go down and look at some of these things that you may be missing out on because you're focused in the echo chamber. I want you guys to go and sign up today. All you got to do is go to ground.news/Tatum, subscribe through my link, and get 50% off the Vantage plan, which is what I use for unlimited access. Also, you can gift a 50% off plan to your friends and family. So take advantage of it now while you can. Shout out to ground.news. Keep making news fair. We got a couple clips associated with this, so we're gonna run a couple clips. Let's do the announcement that was made by Kayleigh McEnany on the first date. So we run that just in case y'all missed it. Roll the clip.
We have breaking news this hour. Matt Gaetz is stepping down from his nomination to Attorney General of the United States. Many said this was the most contentious of the nominations made by former President Trump. And he has announced categorically that he will not be seeking confirmation to the post of Attorney General. Here are his words. I had an excellent meeting with senators yesterday. I appreciate their thoughtful feedback and the incredible support of so many. While the momentum was strong, it is clear that my confirmation was unfairly becoming a distraction to the critical work of the Trump-Vance transition. There's no time to waste on a needlessly protracted Washington scuffle. Thus, I'll be withdrawing my name from consideration to serve as Attorney General. Trump's DOJ must be in place and ready on day one. I remain fully committed to seeing that Donald J. Trump is the most successful president in history. Look, Griff, this was quick. I mean, the appointment.
And so, to me, this sounds like a patriotic thing to do. But I often wonder, is there something else behind this, right? I often wonder, is there some allegations that may be too much burdensome or too burdensome for him to endure? I don't know. You know, somebody talking about him being with a 17-year-old, then finding that she's 17, and then not talking to her no more. To me, that's not going to make me not vote for you or think you should be the Attorney General. I mean, obviously there are circumstantial things that could be a factor there, but if you think the girl is of age, each his own. As a grown man in my 30s, if I was single, I want nothing to do with a 18-year-old. A 20-year-old's a kid. I want nothing to do with no immature little girls. So, but if it's legal, it's legal, right? If you like 18-year-olds and you thought she was 18 and then she tell you she's 17, if anybody's going to get in trouble, it should be both of them, in my opinion. Because if you 16, 15, 14, 13, yeah, I mean, an adult should know better and they should be getting prosecuted. But a person that's one age different, they turn 18 in the summer, you knew you were messing with a person that was an adult and you were 17. So, you know, you should be held responsible for your culpability in some of these situations as well, in part. You know, not if you get manipulated or something, but I'm saying in a consensual situation where you're telling a grown man that you're whatever age you told him and you know you're underage. I mean, that to me, that should be an issue as well. And then there's claims that he paid women in prostitution or whatever. You know, he paid women to have sex with him or whatever. Or it's trafficked. They said he was trafficked because he paid a woman to come across state lines to do the do. Now, I was born during the day, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm pretty sure he didn't pay them for sex. I'm pretty sure what he did was he gave him money and it was assumed that this is what we're going to do. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know how truthful any of this is. But if he's to get in trouble, so should they. Because last time I checked, prostitution was illegal. So you can't sell your junk for no money. And you can't buy it. You can't buy the service and you can't sell the service. Last time I checked, that's called prostitution. You either soliciting a prostitute or you are a prostitute. Both of those are illegal activities. So, you know, I like to see if he going to get in trouble, then they should get in trouble. But then they try to claim they underage. I don't know if none of that stuff is true, but I'm just giving an example of how it's inconsequential to me, unless the guy is really going after little kids and stuff. I highly doubt it. The man is married. I think he had a kid or he's going to have a kid. The charges against him are irrelevant. Let's go to Trump's transition team and their statement real quick, and then we're going to go down the list. Roll the clip.
You guys always seem to get all the breaking news, right, on America Report. So this brand new news breaking just moments ago on social media, and we're trying to see exactly what's going to happen here in Palm Beach, Florida at Mar-a-Lago, where the Trump transition team is working hard as this all just came out. I just got off the phone a short time ago with a member of the Trump transition team who was telling me they want to make something very clear here, that they say former Representative Matt Gaetz came to this conclusion on his own to drop out. Okay, so that just coming into our newsroom a short time ago. They say, though, in this post, according to the former president and now President-elect Trump, this: I greatly appreciate the recent efforts of Matt Gaetz in seeking approval to be Attorney General. He was doing very well, but at the same time did not want to be a distraction for this administration, for which he has much respect. Matt has a wonderful future, and I look forward to watching all of the great things he will do. But this comes, as Chad was explaining, after he seemed pretty optimistic just yesterday. I mean, it was just hours ago out there in Capitol Hill, walking around the Capitol Hill area and those hallways with a smile on his face, saying that he thought the meetings went well, but then posted that he had incredible support, but that the momentum was strong, but it was just becoming a big distraction. So distraction seems to be the name of the game here as this Attorney General pick kind of came to the surface. What's going to be next? I asked the Trump transition team about that. Well, since the news only broke about 20 minutes ago, they're still trying to figure out what's going to be next in terms of a short list and going through more and more interviews. Before Gaetz, though, we know Senator Mike Lee, Republican of Utah.
I think I heard enough. Let's go to MSNBC's calling Pam Bondi dangerous. Now, I think they kind of – let me just give my thoughts on this real quick, and then we're going to go to the clip. I'm nervous about this to a certain degree, right? Because if it sounds too juicy, it's something there. If Pam Bondi's acceptance by Democrats is in some form or fashion apparent, or if they think she's going to get through in a breeze, I'm concerned. However, if I'm going to take what they're saying at face value, meaning that I'm going to give them credence at the things that they're saying, I think they should be fearful of her, because I think she's going to ride with Donald Trump. She's going to do all the things Donald Trump wants her to do. She's a woman, and she's probably going to get through confirmation pretty easily, which she don't have the drama that Matt Gaetz has. And then it's going to be very difficult for them to bash a woman the way they can do a man. And those factors make me believe that's why he said what he's going to say. Roll the clip.
On paper, her state-level experience is much closer to what presidents in both parties have sought at the DOJ. That's a huge difference with Matt Gaetz.
Pam Bondi is exactly what I was saying in the last segment that we should all fear, because she's competent. We may not agree with her ideologically, but she actually knows how to do this job. So if anyone on the Democratic side or anyone who cared about liberty or justice was thinking, well, maybe Matt Gaetz will screw this up and that'll give us some time. No, Pam Bondi knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing about immigration. Remember, Florida is one of those states that's been very aggressive about migrants and deportation and moving people to different states and everything else like that. Florida has enacted all sorts of rules and laws to curtail students and what they can do on campuses and finding legal justifications for manipulating education money. She is a dangerous and effective pick, and that's frankly worse than what we would have got with Matt Gaetz.
Now, when they say this, I become skeptical, right? I'm like, if they are speaking well of her to a certain degree, because even when Donald Trump has good picks, they just lie about how they're a bad pick. But to hear this guy articulate that she's a good pick and she's effective, I've never heard them talk about anybody that Trump has ever selected. Your boy from the Mavericks came on television and said Donald Trump don't surround himself with women who are serious and that they're all dumb, pretty much. And to hear the left come out and say what I hear him saying is very weird to me. I'm just keeping my eye on it, because they hated Matt Gaetz, and now somehow they're giving a little grace to Pam Bondi. Let me go with Scott Jennings defending Pam Bondi on CNN, which Scott Jennings does an incredible job. I think he needs a place at the White House at some point, whether it's with Trump or he can move on to be supportive of, let's be funny if he could be press secretary after Caroline Leavitt. We shall see. Roll the clip.
Is this just a confirmation that would essentially sail through, Scott, or not? Well, I don't think you could consider anybody, just they're going to sail without any kind of real process. She's going to have to go through a process like everybody else. But I can tell you, this is a massive upgrade. I've talked to a couple people up on the Hill already. There's a sigh of relief that now we have somebody here, two-term AG, strong record on drug enforcement and opioid issues, a total hawk on immigration, politically supportive of Trump, obviously. I don't know a Republican in the country who doesn't love Pam Bondi. So you were starting with Gaetz, a nominee who was underwater significantly to start and was going to always be hard to get to the surface. With Bondi, I do think you're starting above water, and as long as she performs in her hearings, and look, this is somebody who's been through 2 elections in a really big state, and so a lot of public vetting of her has gone on already. So I think this is a great move by Trump to be pragmatic and tell Gaetz to get out, and a really good move to go with Bondi. This is not a shaky limb. This is a sturdy branch he's going with for AG here.
I don't know if we have a clip of anything where people are saying that she's bad. Have you seen a clip out there like that, Nick? See, this is what I'm saying. That either Donald Trump has, for lack of better terms, trumped them so much with this pick that they cannot refute her success and her career patterns, or there's something shady here. They have never liked anybody that Trump has picked. Not one time. RFK, who they loved, whom they now hate. Like, why do they hate that guy? Then they say he's an anti-you-know-what, when that's not true whatsoever. He should sue them. Tulsi Gabbard was beloved by the left until she became a Republican. So they trash Tulsi Gabbard in the open all the time. I mean, who else you want to go to? There's somebody, Elon Musk. Elon Musk, Mr. Electric Man. He's doing all this granola stuff that they once loved, and then they hate his guts when I think he's doing great things for the world. So, but for them to love Pam Bondi like they doing, either hell is freezing over or something ain't right here. That's just my. The View said good things about her? We're going to find that clip from The View that they allegedly said good things about Pam Bondi as well. I hope that Trump, I don't perceive that Trump is going to mess this up this time. And when I say he messed it up last time, it's because he didn't have the knowledge and the perspective and the experience to pick better people. He was allowing other people whom he trusts to pick others whom betrayed him. This time around, with that man being where he's at and going through all he has gone through to get here, I just do not believe that he's going to take these picks lightly and that he's going to somehow, decide to just fluff it on the attorney general, which is one of the most important positions, which is the important position that I voted for Trump for. I wanted him to get a legitimate attorney general. Somebody said Dr. Oz and Bundy, or did he put Dr. Oz somewhere? I see what they said. Dr. Oz and Bundy are 2 bad picks. Well, they hated Dr. Oz, so that makes me feel like to lead Medicare and Medicaid. Yeah, I don't know what that is. We get that clip. Let's look at the clip of The View, because they stupid and in 10 left shoes. But let's see what they have to say, because this could be an indication of something ain't right here. Something smell fishy. Like that lady selling it on the corner for a bag of rocks. It's fishy. Roll the clip. I don't hear it.
I'm thrilled that Matt Gaetz, I agree with you, Alyssa, he would have been a very dangerous pick for the Department of Justice. But his new pick, Trump's new pick, Pam Bondi, I believe she's a dangerous pick as well, because she is, she supported Trump's false election claim. She was involved in the efforts to overturn the results. And so that is now the person that's going to be the chief law enforcement.
Okay, let me correct the script. Now this dummy is the one that supported her, but she's going to hate. If Jesus Christ came down to work with Trump, she'll hate him. She'll decide to say she's not a Catholic anymore. Because that's what she claims, she's a Catholic. And I don't know if you ask Jesus if she a Catholic, he gonna say yes. I don't think no Catholic claim her. Now I'll say this. I'll say this. She does stand up against, well, not I don't say stand up against. She does proclaim that she's not in support of abortion. She had said that before. She's still dumber than 5 left shoes on a 10-legged man, but she did say that. So, of course, she's going to come out and have something negative to say about anybody Donald Trump picks. And we all saw from Ground.News that they're saying that Pam Bondi is anti-LGBTQ and all this old weirdo stuff. Roll the clip so we can hear the fake Republican in the middle talk.
Look, I have known Pam Bondi for many, many, many years. I will tell you, I don't want to ruin her reputation with MAGA people, but Pam Bondi and I hung out a lot when she was Attorney General of Florida and she would come to Miami. We drank a lot together. I liked her a lot. She's not a kook. What's a little election denialism between friends? When, at least, listen, everything in life is relative,
Election
people.
denialism is a very big
So
thing.
We got to take the wins where we can find them, folks.
saying this? Everything in life is relative. There is no accusation of sexual harassment or assault against her. There's no accusation
She's also qualified.
sexual
She was the
misconduct with a
Attorney General.
17-year-old.
Also accusations
She hasn't killed, beheaded a whale. She hasn't stabbed a dead bear cub. I mean, my
But
God.
we can't minimize some of the things that she has done. And I think we have a clip of some of her former comments. Why don't we take a look at
We are
that?
thrilled to have won Pennsylvania with 87% of the vote in, and we're up almost 400,000 votes. So we're thrilled. We do have evidence of cheating. We are not going anywhere until they declare that we won Pennsylvania. These fake ballots that are coming in late. And back to the observation, they're not letting us watch the process.
Pam, did you just say fake ballots?
There could be. That's the problem.
So I don't think we
Wait
need
a
to
minute.
minimize
Hold on, pause it real
someone
quick.
like that being
1 second.
who is supposed to be the
Look at this. They listened to what she said, and they were all crazy about Pennsylvania. I just did a video about this, where you have people on a city council in the Bucks County literally saying they're going to count ballots that are illegal. They literally said it at a city council meeting on camera. When the state legislator already deemed that to be illegal, they said they're going to do it anyway. And you telling me in 2020 that people shouldn't have question marks. And they make you have to be this conspiracy theorist. Roll the clip.
people's attorney.
Agreed,
the
but I would
Department of
still
Justice.
take
She's
her
going
over
to be
Matt
Trump's
Gaetz.
attorney.
I would
She's going
still
to be-
take her over Matt Gaetz.
You can take her over Matt Gaetz, but
No, I'm not minimizing.
I would
But
take
think
the dead bear cub over Matt Gaetz.
But I still won't give as much.
Robert Kennedy would also.
I won't give as much credit as Anna is getting about them standing up to anything, because right now it shouldn't be for people. It shouldn't be like this. Everyone that cares about crimes against women should be saying, now that's out of bounds. And I know that we're uniquely under a Donald Trump presidency, but there's got to be some things that we say, this isn't allowed, they aren't allowed to sit with us.
Well, denying an election.
The distinction is this, is just dreadful character flaws, the sexual misconduct with Matt Gaetz, but he was also deeply unqualified. She's been the Florida Attorney General. She's been a prosecutor. She is going to get confirmed by the
she's
Senate.
an
Republicans
election
really
denier.
like
But
Pam
here's
Bondi.
the problem,
And I know,
Sonny.
no one's going to be perfect under Donald
The
Trump.
country just elected a guy who denied he lost the election for 4 years, and the country elected them.
Yeah, it's been mainstreamed.
And now his lawyer.
Oh, I want to. One day I'm gonna stop stopping them. I just got to correct the stuff that they say because they stupid. They keep saying election denier. People still deny that Bush beat Gore in that election. People still deny that. Democrats have still denied that even to this day. Donald Trump, when he got elected, don't let them lie to you. They said that it was Russia interference in the election, and it's an illegitimate president. He's an illegitimate president. It's an illegitimate election. They denied the validity of his election and investigated him on it. They investigated the Trump campaign. They investigated his family. They said Russia colluded with Trump to win an election, which is you can't do. It's illegal. That means that if they colluded with Donald Trump, absent the collusion, Hillary would have won. That's what they said. Hillary got on TV and said it. People on The View said it. And then when Trump says it in 2020, now we have so much evidence to indicate that more than likely we right. Look at how he won in 2024. You telling me all of a sudden he was favored, he lost favor, and now he's favored again? when every year he's going up in popularity and votes? That's one thing that makes me mad. They say this stuff in a vacuum. They say it, and then people are like, see their election denied. They repeat it to make you think that the Republicans are the only ones that denied elections. They did Donald Trump's election. They denied it. They investigated him. Russia collusion. They wanted him to go to jail over it. But they obviously didn't have no evidence. And they put up a fake dossier and did a fake investigation that they knew was a lie. All to get him in a certain situation. So don't give me that crap. Roll it.
She needs to get asked about that. She needs to get asked about that. And definitely, I'm sure she will.
And there is also some bribery accusations. I have a legal note.
You want to take this one, Joy, or are you
Matt
good?
Gaetz has long denied all allegations and has not been charged with any
That's the
crime.
one from the other day?
That's true.
Also, another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit.
Oh.
He has denied any wrongdoing.
That's interesting. Pay off the witness.
Both Trump and Pam Bondi have denied allegations of a quid pro quo that his past donation played any role in her office's decision to not take legal action against Trump University when she was, of course, the Attorney General of Florida.
Oh. This show is going to be just legal notes and things we're selling. That's what I said we're going to call it, the legal note.
Yeah. Yeah, because you just lied. I always talk about the bribery claim. She had to read a legal note. They talk about Matt Gaetz. She had to read a legal note. They talk about Pete Hegseth. She had to read a legal note. And they probably never really played the legal. People don't never see the legal note. All their clips are not the legal note, except Republicans. We put the legal note out there. But that's why they have to correct the record, because they're full of crap. The Attorney General's office investigated Matt Gaetz and found no wrongdoing and did not prosecute him or charge him for anything. If that's the case, y'all got to stop saying that that's a real thing. Pete Hegseth, in the police report, Megyn Kelly, y'all got to go watch it because I'm going to watch it. I was entertained by it. Megyn Kelly got the police report from the Pete Hegseth allegation. Clearly the woman lied. And Pete Hegseth, clearly, in my opinion, based on my training and experience as a police officer and reading case reports, but clearly the police investigated and they found no evidence that he did anything wrong to this woman. And yeah, he settled with her because because this is the thing. When they found no evidence that it happened, she can still be out there running her mouth and making claims that he said this. He probably settled with her. She can't defame him. He can't defame her. They moved on. That's probably what he did. Because just because they didn't arrest him don't mean she can't say that he did something that he didn't do, right? And so the payoff is to get her to shut up and go away, because there was definitely not a legal claim. There was no legal claim. They investigated it. They found him not responsible for this, or at least they found him not to be enough evidence to charge him with anything. And then they got to read a legal note because they're foolish women.